Breaking news.
We're back. We're back.
It's breaking news, guys.
What's the news?
It's
buddy?
2025.
It's 2025, and it's
And I'm wearing
another
my
decade
Christmas-
is starting.
I'm wearing
I start the decades on the
I'm
fives.
wearing my.
What?
I'm wearing my Christmas shirt. I'm wearing my Christmas shirt.
Yeah, like a heathen.
Yeah.
Christmas is past, and you're still trying to keep the spirit alive.
Hell yeah, brother.
That shit ain't happening. Come on, this is done. Oh look,
Welcome to the party.
YouTube's telling me that bicycle therapy is live,
Live and direct.
live and direct, coming into your face holes.
Faces and holes. That's what we're doing.
Well, welcome.
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 We're glad to be back. We were gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
We disappeared into the dark hole of winter and the holidays. And
Keep talking.
fine, you're just gonna leave.
Yeah. See ya.
Spent time dealing with being home with my kids and spending all my money on my kids and finding all my joy and happiness in giving things to my kids. And that's how it went. We're back tonight. We are trying to look a little bit into the future, into 2025, with some
2025.
reflection on the past. And I feel like that's an appropriate way to
Yeah.
proceed.
We're gonna do
Understanding the past in light of the future.
we're doing some reflection.
Yeah,
Reflection?
reflectoring,
Reflection.
refractoring,
Refractors.
refract these nuts.
Guys, I had about 3 hours of sleep last night.
I had more than that.
Yeah, you're crushing it.
I am, because my kids are old enough now to where they sleep. So you should get on that. Figure that out.
Yeah, they need to grow quickly.
Figure that out. Grow them up.
Grow them up.
Grow them up, and then you
Grow
start
them
getting
up. Grow
sleep.
them up.
But we're talking tonight about what's in, what's hot, what's not, what's in and what's out for 2025. Bike world wise, we're not gonna. You have to know about our other show to find out about the other stuff, and if you don't know, sorry.
Then you don't know.
Then you don't know. You're not in that group. So, let's back up just a sec.
Okay.
We've breached the subject a little bit. How are you?
Tired.
Oh, somebody's coming.
Little
Oh,
tired.
What's up?
This is
Happy.
Oh no, why aren't you happy?
Jason's
That's
baby
on
child.
My new wash on my wash sheet.
The
the
cat.
Ironed wash sheet.
The cat's been having gastrointestinal issues,
Yeah.
and
puked.
sounds like there's some cat gastrointestinal issues on the sheet or the
The
pillowcase.
The pillowcase. Sorry.
The pillowcase, yeah, the pillowcase, which has been.
We just ironed it.
We
washed
just got it washed. I know.
Yeah.
It hasn't been put on your bed for weeks.
And now,
There's cat mess on it.
yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are live and reporting live from Jason's house. There is a cat mess on the bed.
Cat mess on the bed.
We're going to be
And,
dealing with this.
That was Ivy.
Yeah.
In case you didn't hear her, that was Ivy.
Yeah. And
Welcome to the show.
we're going to be having teams working around the clock to be cleaning up the mess. That team is going to be Jason.
That one's not me. Well,
that's-
I will probably be
You were-
informed when I get back in later that the cat mess still needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
And my wife will be like, I've been dealing with everything else while you were out there
Having fun.
doing your little show. I'm like, girlfriend, that show pays the bills, so
Yeah. So
Deal.
many bills.
deal with it. Nick.
Yes.
Did you make it through the holidays? You good? Were they fine? Was it okay?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Normal?
Normal stuff.
Yeah.
Gave out presents.
Yeah.
Made it through the holidays. Went to bed early on New Year's. I'm not going to be an amateur out there getting slammered.
Yeah. Same. No, I was at my in-laws on New Year's, and everybody goes to bed early.
Yeah, it's like I'm just going to go to bed at 9.
Well, they live in the middle of nowhere, like on 40 acres outside of Rocky Ford, Colorado. So they ain't no parties going on. And everybody's got to get up early to take care of the chickens and the turkeys in the morning. So
Yeah. Farm don't run themselves.
So we're done. We're done with the holidays. Christmas is past, New Year's past. Kids are back in school, back to work,
Back to school.
and
Back to daycare.
driving on and trying to look through the fog, look through the mist, and hopefully see somewhere the glimmer of spring. Because right now things are bleak.
It's bleak.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Been riding the bike trainer indoors. It's fine.
It does it.
Yeah.
I've been running.
Good.
I'm on 8 miles this week.
Sweet.
And it's only Tuesday.
What's your bottom line temperature for which you'll go running?
Oh, 35? Yeah.
You won't go running when it's colder. If it's colder than that.
If it's colder than that, then I'll start to get lung butter. Real bad. Yeah, I'll start when I breathe heavy. You get the lung butter. You start coughing a bunch of stuff up.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
happens all the time, huh?
Not if you warm up
Okay,
and you don't go too hard when it's too cold.
gotcha. I haven't been running because my foot is still healing from when my running was causing my foot to hurt last fall. The dedicated listeners will know about that. And so I have not been running, but I used to run down into the teens when I. But I used to ride the road bike down into the like 20s pretty regularly, into the teens if I had to, and I have not. Guys, now that I have the Zwift,
You don't have
the
to go out in
Smart
the
Trainer,
cold.
and the Zwift, I don't do the outside riding as much, and I don't know that I'm liking that about myself.
It's gonna make you weak.
But it's making me strong because Zwift keeps increasing my detected FTP,
What's the FTP?
functional threshold power. So that is an estimation of the power that you can comfortably maintain for about an hour.
Okay.
So, and the system, the more as you ride it, it'll detect if you're like basically riding stronger and holding higher power for longer, and then it'll send me a notification, be like, "Hey, we've increased your FTP." And then when you do the little workouts on the Zwift, the workouts are kind of based off your FTP, like how much exertion how much you'll have to put in.
Is it anything like a TPS
So it
report?
makes it harder. It just makes it harder. So they're like,
Just
"Oh,
does it.
you're getting stronger, so we're gonna make the workouts harder." So now my FTP keeps going up. So that said,
You down with FTP?
I want to go back out riding outside more.
Yeah.
I definitely want to ride down when it's into the 30s. If it's in the 30s and sunny, I should be outside.
You should be outside.
There's not. But the problem is, outside I usually want to go for an hour and a half. Inside I can ride the trainer for 35 minutes.
I feel like I'm your
Sweat
Ed
like
McMahon.
crazy.
I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
yeah, you gotta go outside.
I know.
Oh yeah.
And this is why winter sucks, because I shouldn't need to be thinking, like spending brain time and effort, because I don't have a whole lot of that, thinking about the differences between riding indoors and outdoors. Come springtime, it's just like it's only outdoors. You don't have to think about it.
You don't.
Problem solved.
I'm just trying to survive, man.
Well,
I don't know. My FTP,
Well,
I don't know what it is, but it's getting better.
Stagnant, is it?
It's getting better, yeah. No,
It's got to be getting better with all that
running
running.
3-4 times a week. So it's getting better. Like, my goal is when riding season comes around, that I'm gonna be in good shape.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be in good shape. So when riding season starts, it's not like spending the first couple of weeks just or months sometimes, getting into shape. I'm
Sure.
like,
That's
maybe I'm a
usually
little
my goal,
sore.
but I think I ride more now than I do come
oh
riding
yeah,
season.
because you actually fix bikes for a living.
I do that, and then come that time of year, so everybody else rides bikes for fun, and then it makes.
And then they give them to you.
Then I have to work, which is fine. It's fine that way. Yes. So that's about that. Trying to stay fit as much as possible. Trying to stay off the brown juice as much as possible.
Yeah.
This time of year because it's bad. And try to find the glimmers of springtime somewhere in the future.
Which is not going to be this weekend because it's going to be
No, here in Denver.
5 degrees
Yeah.
over the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be
Oh.
very, very cold at night and very cold in the daytime for a few days.
Heated pool at the. There's
At
a
your
heated
house.
indoor
Nice.
pool. Yeah, at my new house that this paid for.
Very good. Very
No.
good. Which is not in Palisades, California.
No, thank God. Oh my God, dude. No, I did get a membership to a place at the pool, and they have 3 different heat levels, and I'm excited, and I might start doing a little bit of swimming.
Ooh, I don't know how to swim.
Neither do I. I actually don't know how. I'm like, I can get in there and flail and stay afloat, but
Similar.
I don't know technique. Do I GoPro film myself and send it to an online coach? What do I do?
There's probably a good Facebook group where you could film yourself sideways. There's probably a Facebook group called like swimming form
Dad coaches?
whatever, and then you could put. I've seen similar things on. There's some Facebook groups that are time trial positions Facebook group. So people will photo or video themselves in their time trial position, and then ask the group users to critique their position just by looking at some video or photo on the internet, and it's fantastic. It's a bunch of people being very particular about stuff that they can only see a little bit of. It's great.
Well, I was going to say, if I get into swimming, then I'm going to have to become a triathlete.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you'll be all the way there.
Yeah.
Because biking is that's in the bag. You got that. It's done.
Dialed.
That's given. You are on the running track.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
You are on the running track, and pretty soon you will be. Yeah, you get this swimming thing down, dude.
Triathlete. I never thought would come to this, but for some reason you hit like your 40s and you're like, maybe I'll try a triathlon.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but somebody at work did one.
but there is no at work for you.
Yeah, there is no at work. My wife might try one, probably not, but we'll see. But let's get into trends.
Let's get into it. 2025. What's in? What's out?
What is in, dude?
Well, I got a big old list, so let's just go through it.
He's got a list and he's checking it twice.
All right, so let's just start with the first one. This is not in no particular order, just as it came into my brain. In or out for 2025? Mountain bike pants. I'm saying they're still in this
Like
year.
full-length pants?
Yeah, the mountain bike pants, the pants.
I don't wear mountain bike pants.
I'm not asking if
Should
you
I,
do.
should I start?
Other people do. They've been in
I like
for at
Troy
least,
Lee design like racing pants or just
yeah. There's like some variations
pajamas.
on them
I call
now.
them pajamas.
Yeah. Cycling PJs. Mountain bike pants. I say they're in for. I don't have any. I don't use them. They're interesting to me for winter because then you wouldn't.
Yes, that would be the only time I wear pants is winter.
But I see people wear them in warm weather as well, and I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with it either. I wear
don't agree.
shorts. I wear shorts.
Now, I'll
'cause
allow
I'm
you
a-
to do it. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right, but you'll let you make your own choices.
I mean, sometimes I'll do a capri, like a little below the knee if it's a chilly morning.
Yeah.
You know, this section of shin right here, when you get that aired out, it's a great cooling system. So,
Yeah.
you know, but I
Not
never bought pants.
You got to try. They've been in for the last at least one season, probably two.
Are they
full seasons.
tapered?
No. Yeah. They're tapered. They're thin.
I don't
so they don't
like
get
that.
snagged up and things, but they're supposed to be cut and formed for pedaling. They're made for riding a bike.
I'll try it. somebody sponsors the channel, it gives me a lot of money.
Yeah, POC is one of the companies that makes them. So
I knew they would do
Endura's on it.
that.
But they make like the waterproof ones and stuff. But anyway, mountain bike pants. They're in. I say they're definitely in until May of this year. After that, I say there's a dip.
There's a dip in the
There's a
market.
dip. Yep. What's next?
What's next?
Okay. We were just talking about this, but in a little bit. In or out for 2025? Unsolicited bike fit advice.
I think if it's
It's always in.
it's never going away.
It's never going away, but it's always out. We'll put it that way.
The only time I've given unsolicited bike fit advice is when somebody has a really long stem at the dirt jump park, and I'm like, man,
Ooh, that's dangerous.
like it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You're gonna get somebody killed, kid.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get
Get out of
that
here
outta
with your
here.
90s mountain bike.
So
Just go put a shorter
you're
stem.
not going to say right up
And
next
every
to a
jump they're
woman
going-
on Lookout Mountain and inform her that her saddle is too low.
Dude, that's a classic guy move.
Dude, it's the worst.
It
That
is-
was guys.
I've
All guys, it's got to be out. We have to be done with it. Just stop it. Stop telling anybody what their saddle height needs to be.
dude,
Unsolicited needs to go. It will
Oh.
never go, but it needs to go.
Dude, the amount of times I've been on a mountain bike ride and been like around the corner and like a couple rolls up, and my favorite dumb guy advice is you need to have more confidence. Like, what
Yeah.
does that mean? You just need to have more confidence. You're supposed to be you're supposed to inspire confidence. Like you're supposed to like build up.
Exude it.
Like you
Yeah.
can't just have more. Like Jason, have more fucking confidence. Do you see him?
It's
He's
in
like,
my other pants.
yeah, see him? He's
Wow,
shrinking. You
sorry.
just need to have more confidence.
Well, I don't have any.
Dude, I have heard this on the
used it
mountain
all
bike
up.
trail.
I used it all up. Let me get some more.
And it's guys,
There it is.
guys with either
Found it.
with a significant other or guys with kids, like, and you just tell your kid, you gotta have more confidence. And I'm like, what does that mean?
It means don't think about it.
Stop being- No, you should have fear.
It means don't think about it.
You should think about stuff. You're about to do something dangerous, and you should have more confidence.
Yeah, don't think about it. Just let her rip. Rip it and grip it and rip it.
I tell my kids, I say, if like, you're gonna be scared when you do scary things, and it's okay.
Dude, don't tell your kids it's okay to be afraid. Come on.
It's okay. You're gonna do scary things. It's gonna be scary.
Kids are scaredy cats.
I'm gonna go. I'll stand on this ladder trying to get these Christmas lights down, and I'm gonna be scared up there. Especially when one of them comes and shakes the ladder trying
Right.
to climb up after me. Like I'm gonna be
"Don't."
scared. Like I am scared right now for my life. But yeah, the advice on the trail.
Don't just stop. Stop
Unsolicited.
giving anybody advice unless they ask. Maybe-
Ooh, the intro to that is, see what you gotta do is.
Right. Or I think maybe all of us should collectively just start giving advice to the people who look like they also give the advice. So like the guy who rolls up with all the bling, all the nice stuff, nice bike, nice kit, think his hair is combed under his helmet.
Tesla.
Always just as you go by, just be like, your saddle's too low every
Yeah.
time. Dude, start fucking with them with their brains just enough. Like
Saddle's
his
too high.
entire self-confidence is going to crumble.
Your Tesla battery's at 80%.
Yeah, dude.
Don't charge it till it's at 20. You know?
You don't want that. No. All right. Unsolicited bike fit advice or general bike. Just stop.
Just
We don't need this. All right, moving on. In or out for 2025, crashing in your 40s. Let's stop. I want to stop. My hands are still hurting from my September crash. I can bend my thumb
Yeah, I stopped crashing.
all the way now. It used to only go to here, and now it's can go to there.
Yeah.
And you see this dot?
Oh, you got a little blister under there?
Yeah, you guys can't see it, but it was back here in September, and now it's almost grown all the way out. It's
Yeah,
almost
nice.
gone. Yeah, it's only taking that long.
Yeah, I've given up crashing. I'm out for crashing. I'm
Yeah,
done.
crashing in your 40s is out. Stop it.
I stopped wearing all protective gear.
Yeah.
And I'm just not crashing.
Right.
We're good.
Yeah, because the more that stuff you wear, the more invulnerable you feel.
Oh.
Curtis says crashing in your 40s is out. I think he's in his 50s though now. I don't know. I can't speak as to whether or not you should be crashing in your 50s.
Now,
I do know that Curtis Cole had to get his elbow stapled on the side of the trail or in the parking lot.
Oh.
So
Nice.
that was his own fault.
Now, would you consider advice, unsolicited advice?
What we're doing tonight, probably. But
Probably. Helmets.
like, should you wear them or not? Like,
No, not if you should, but if you see somebody not wearing a helmet, another grown adult,
oh, I say nothing. That's
you
their
say
choice.
nothing.
Nope.
That is their choice.
That is their choice.
I'm with you on that 100%.
Yeah. No, if you've reached adulthood and you don't know or have the presence of mind to decide if you should or shouldn't wear a helmet, that's on you.
So in 2025, you
Stop
should
telling
not
adults.
tell adults to wear helmets.
That's between them and their health insurance.
Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Right. Whatever that might be. That's my point. That's
But-
between them and that. Yeah.
I want that to stop. I actually get comments on the YouTube channel. Sometimes I wear my GoPro on the side of my helmet, and I get comments of people saying, "Why aren't you wearing a helmet?"
You are.
And
but
I'm
it doesn't
like-
look like it.
Yeah, I'm like, it's attached to my helmet.
Well-
and you can actually see the edge of the helmet. And I get these comments, and I go, it's none of your business.
Well, yeah, but if you cared about the children and the influence you have on the children, you would make it abundantly clear to the children that you are wearing a helmet.
Like
Should
maybe
be-
a little
you-
mirror.
You should not leave any question. Because if a child watches that, they're like, I don't know if he's wearing a helmet or not, then they won't wear one. And they'll be like, Nick might not have been wearing one. And then guess what? They're dead.
God damn it.
It's your fault.
It's my fault.
So,
Dude, I wear my helmet. That's the thing. Like, but I'm not going to tell another grown adult to go put your helmet on. Like, that's your choice.
no, I don't tell grown adults not to drink this, and they shouldn't, and I shouldn't.
Oh,
But-
this is a whole episode, I think.
Yeah, right? Wow.
But you hear it all the time. You hear other adults tell adults.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta- and, like,
Maybe it's just out should just be adults telling any other adults what they should be doing.
yeah.
Let's just kind of leave that alone. Because that's up to them. All right, moving on. All right, crashing in your mid-40s, out.
Out.
All right, we got a threesome coming up.
All right, go.
They're not here yet. Okay, no. It's
Threesomes in your
three
40.
of the same thing. All right, threesomes in your 40s.
Out.
Definitely
Too
in.
complicated.
Wow. Gravel riding. Gravel riding. Is gravel riding in?
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
You know
gonna
why?
be
Because
there.
it's never been out. It's always existed. Everybody's always done it. It's just never been called it. So, yes, gravel riding's in. Never going away because you know what? Roads are roads. Sometimes they're paved. Sometimes they're not. Ride your fucking bike. Who cares? But that's the next one. Gravel racing. In or out?
I mean, I'm not going to do any.
No.
I
But
don't
I
know.
think
I might.
general. I think
I could be talked into it.
it's kind of fun.
If there was a good, 15-mile course.
15. 40 is good. The 40-some mile range for a gravel event is great.
Most
Because
premium.
you can try hard for a while and then be done without dedicating, A, your whole day for it, and B, months of training for it. That's, no. But gravel riding or racing is definitely still in because all these gravel racing events are still selling out. So
Gravel riding is the new enduro. That's what Curtis Cole says.
Well, that brings us to one of our next ones, enduro racing. Is enduro racing in?
It's out.
It's out.
It's out.
It's definitely out.
It's out.
I think
No
all the
one's doing
people, it's out because everybody who's been enduro racing has broken their bikes and their bodies, and there's nobody left to do enduro racing. So we're done. No more. There's not enough new people to replace the people who have
What is it?
broken bodies and bikes.
Does that mean downhill racing is going to come back?
Ooh, I didn't put downhill racing. but
Because downhill racing has this
downhill
thing where
racing is coming back.
every 4 years it comes back.
So I don't know when it was back last, but it's definitely coming back by 27.
And here's another thing. What about triathlons?
Always in.
God damn it. It's worse than I thought. But
Like
yeah. I need-
triathlon is the most consistent, like cycling related activity. Like they don't see the dips or the spikes that all these other sorts of events and things experience. Just gotta, they keep going.
keep going, dude.
All right. Gravel riding in, gravel racing in, enduro racing out. Oh, we're going to go back on gravel talking. Just talking about gravel, definitely still in.
Yeah.
It's a
lot of
it's
people
a
are talking.
It's a peak activity. Gravel talking is definitely still in. Like handlebar width, tire width, bags to carry,
It's a lot of chatter.
1x2. Like there's still a lot of there's. We have not exhausted the gravel talking, so gravel talking, fucking in.
It's so in.
All right, criterium racing.
Did I?
It's been out and it's still out. Nobody's
Like-
racing. Like,
No one races it, but it still happens.
yeah, how's that? How does that work?
I don't know.
That's true. Nobody does it, but it still is going on.
It's just all old BMX racers. That's all Criterium is. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna hit jumps anymore, but I still want to race and touch elbows.
Yeah, I just still want to go like
And-
balls out for 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I don't have the endurance to do a long race, so
And I don't mind hitting the deck at 35 miles an hour.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just skin. It grows back on its own.
Yeah, like as a BMX racer, you have two choices.
Okay.
You can do crits, or you can do velodrome.
Once you're done with BMX racing.
Yeah, once you're done, once your body's toasted, you're like, I still want to ride. Those are your two options.
Right.
Some people have transitioned to mountain biking. That's becoming a little more popular.
Yeah, those guys turn into good mountain bikers, and that's the problem.
But that's all dirt jumpers and park riders. BMX racers and dirt jumpers are different people.
They are, but BMX racers, they know how to stay in the air for like 10 seconds.
Some do, some don't.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying. Dirt jumpers become very good mountain bikers. BMX racers also become pretty good mountain bikers. I
They
think.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But there's definitely a split where I think more of the race culture.
They want the race culture, but they don't want the danger.
No danger.
So they think criterium racing will be a solution. It is not a solution.
Go fast.
It's the best way to lose all your skin and break bones.
Should we make a short film about called like the Fast and the Furious of cycling?
Fast and the
Furious. The Furious.
Furious. It's like,
The bearded crit rider.
what is this like?
Could
Criterium
it be
racers
Russian?
who are also furries.
The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, we won't come up with our
Don't do it,
yeah. Crit racing.
dude.
I'm glad it still exists. I'm glad people still do it. I think it's cool.
It's fun to watch.
It's fun to watch. It's fun to. I love working at crit
There's
racing events. It's great.
the 2 years ago.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to see people crash like that. But what? What's up? What's up?
They had the race at the Dick's Sporting Good Field. That was the last one around here that I. Oh no, they do the one in Littleton too.
Well, they do. Well, I mean, there's always a handful each year. So they do the one in Littleton every year.
Yeah.
They do. I don't know. I haven't paid attention. They used to do the ones up on the police track up on South Table.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. There's always some. There's always some criterium racing.
Do you know what my first
There's always
road race was?
The Bannock Street criterium is always a big one in Denver.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. That was my first road race.
What was?
Crit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Crushed it off the line. And then I got
And
lapped.
that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, I have been there as well.
No, my first crit. The guy who was calling it just randomly, like he just says go. He doesn't give any warning,
Oh.
and no one could clip in, and I was running flat pedals. So I was like,
So you were gone.
he said go,
Yeah.
and everybody's like trying to get into
amazing.
clips, and I was like, ah! And I was like, where is everyone? And I had like, dude, I had a shot for a while ahead of everyone, and then I got
You don't
gobbled
want
up.
you
dude.
don't want to be out there by yourself from the beginning.
You don't know.
That doesn't.
I
that
learned a
doesn't
lesson
work.
that day.
I mean, unless you're twice as strong as all of them. Rarely the case when it's your first one.
I got several laps in the front, and then had no endurance.
Yeah.
That's what BMX will do to you. No endurance.
All right. Electric mountain biking. Electric mountain bikes. E-mountain bikes. E-bike mountain bikes.
It's blown up.
Yeah, they're
Everyone-
in. No question. They're the innest in that can be in right now.
You don't have to be in shape.
Shots fired. No, you don't.
No.
Well, you have to be in shape enough to control the thing when you actually get up to speed. That is a particular kind of fitness. See, you come at that with many, many, many years of like strong arms and
Crushing.
like bike handling skills.
Yeah.
All right, some of that fitness is just it's stuck in you now. It's there.
It's stuck in me.
You can't get rid of it.
No, it's there. I can
All
like
right.
go hit a jump, and I haven't hit jumps in weeks, and
Yeah, you can go do it.
I'm like, oh yeah, just
All right. So, but
But
you either have to have that with e-mountain biking, or you have to do it enough to maintain that.
here's where I'm at. I'm at the point where mountain biking hurts. Like it just is not comfortable. That's how bad a shape I'm in. So I'm like, man, e-bikes are really enticing because I don't have to hurt as much and I could have more fun. Or I could get in better shape.
Or you just ride your mountain bike more, and then it's better.
Just ride more.
Just ride more. Yes. All right. E-mountain bikes, yeah, definitely in. Okay. Big e-mountain bikes, in or out?
Fat e-bikes?
Not fat bikes, like the ones with big batteries and big motors.
Out. No one wants any
Because
of
small ones, right?
that. Yeah.
With small motors and small batteries, that shit's in.
That's hot.
That's the hot.
Compact e-bikes.
You heard it here, right?
No one wants to ride a 50-pound bike. Like,
Nah.
maybe some.
Well, there's
person.
people who bought them 3 years ago and still say it's fine, but they're all looking at those new ones, those little motors and those little batteries,
Little
and they're like,
motors.
that's the one I want. Because nobody needs to always be able to pedal 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine, but like you don't need. That's not what most of us do for mountain biking.
no. I just want a little help.
Just a little bit.
Just want a little help from my friends.
All right. Here's a great one. This is just gonna. Let's take a hard left on.
Should we call
on
them
the subject
compact
matter.
e-bikes?
Compact. I don't think-
Compact
They're
e-bikes?
just e-bikes. It's just a different
Light.
variation.
Light
Just
e-bikes. Tiny little light e-bikes.
Do you always see a small person out in the world and call them a small person?
Light. I call them light
or human light.
Like if
What's
I see
up,
somebody
small
who's really
human?
thin, I'm like,
No, come on. Yeah.
you're human light.
Well, hello, human light. Yeah, especially in America.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Let's take a hard left on our subject matter, out of bikes but into bike industry. In or out for 2025, bankruptcy.
It's still hot.
Still hot.
Still hot.
Still so in. All the cool kids are in.
I don't know whether to cheer. Or do I?
That's probably right. That's like, meh, that's bad, but also dead on.
Same time?
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Exactly. Bankruptcy is so in. It's going to continue to be in, and we're going to continue to hear more about it. And them's the facts.
So who's the latest victim?
Rocky Mountain, as far as I know.
And GT?
Well, GT, I don't believe
Restructuring.
they filed bankruptcy because I believe they're being protected financially by their parent company, which I don't believe Rocky Mountain has.
Oh yeah.
I don't know exactly, but Rocky Mountain is got some bankruptcy protection. Yeah, it was Light in Motion, the company that makes
Yeah.
the lights. They are actually closing down.
All right.
Shutting down, ceasing operations. I don't know that they're bankrupt. I think they can just close down and call it quits.
Oh,
Which,
man.
I mean, good for them in a sense. Like if you are running a business and that's been kind of an industry leader for 30 years and you can come to the point of being like, oh, we're not going to be what we have been anymore. We can walk away from this and just be done. Maybe you should do that. But Light in Motion. See you
Cool.
later. I've never actually owned a Light in Motion product, actually. I don't think. They're good. They were always good. I was
Yeah, we sold them a lot.
I do remember them costing a little more than some other stuff, and that probably is what kept me away from them.
We had them in the shop I worked at in North Carolina. It was the early 2000s, and they worked well.
Yeah, I always leaned more toward the Knight Rider side of the
You're a Knight Rider guy.
Knight Rider. I mean, it's a Knight Rider. Come on, Knight Rider. Like, it's the best name for a lighting company. Light in Motion didn't make much sense to me.
Light Motion. I think it was more for dancers.
Is that what it was for? I don't think.
In motion. Lights
And
in
motion.
motion.
And motion and lights and motion. Yeah, Light in Motion done. Whatever. They're good. There's not big all day. Oh, Curtis is in the big e-bike category because it's what he already owns.
No. He's not ready to reinvest.
No, exactly. That's what it comes
Next
down
on
to.
the list.
All right, bankruptcy, in, going out of business, in. That was the second one. Closing. It's a variation of a theme, but yeah, going out of business, definitely still in.
I mean, not too many more can fold at this point. Like, we've seen a lot of brands fold. So it's like,
Yeah, or restructure.
yeah. So now it's like, what's next? A big brand? We're going to see like a Trek Specialized? They're going to get bought. They're going to get moved.
Everything will get bought. Like Trek, there's been all these murmurings that they could get bought by the Waltons.
Well, they've already had money invested in them. Like a portion, but that's getting...
Right, but they could be, bought out by the Waltons.
Yeah.
Specialized is making it. GT is being restructured by its parent company. Scott is they're owned by, I think it's an Asian company of some sort. They just received like $150 million like cash influx, investment, whatever, to financial terms, investiture, divestment, fiduciary.
You mean pay the warehouse fees for all the bikes they haven't sold in the last
Scott
2 years?
Bicycles' parent company put $150 million into them to just keep them alive.
Oh, what I would
Basically,
do...
yeah, pay the warehouse fees.
Yeah. Oh, but the Pros Closet's back.
I don't
The
care.
Pros Closet, they came back. They're right down the road from my house. I might get a part-time job there.
You might as well. I mean, if you can, might as well till they close again.
Negative Nancy. You don't think used bikes are hot for 2025?
Well, used bikes are definitely hot for 2025. The question is, overpriced used bikes? I don't think so.
No.
No, because things need to because buying used, which is lower down on our list here, is still hot for
It is
25.
hot.
So
There's a lot of good deals out there.
there's a lot of good deals, and the good deals are kind of muddling the waters a little bit. I think they're screwing with people's perceptions a little bit. I will offer an example.
Example time.
I would love to get our people's input on this one. I've got a frame that I've been trying to sell. Not mine. It belongs to a customer who was like, hey, can you get rid of this for me? Because he doesn't use like the internet.
Facebook.
Yeah. So he's like, can you sell this? So it's an SB140 frame set. It's brand new because he had a SB130 that cracked Yeti gave them an SB 140 because they don't make the 130 anymore. Okay, so it's a brand new, never touched, never been built up SB 140 frame, sitting right there, right? It's like $4,500 new. Okay, if you were to go to Yeti or Competitive Cyclist or whoever sells them, and that's what they cost. So I put it out for sale for $3,000 with a new Fox 34, which I realize is not the fork that most people want on that bike. I get it. Some people do. Most people want a 36.
Frames are tough to sell on
Frames
Facebook.
are tough to sell. But, so it is brand new. It comes with a fork. So SB 140, brand new, with a fork for $3,000. Okay? I think that's fair. Normally, I would think that's fair. Frames are hard to sell. Now, it hasn't sold. It's the winter. That's one. But I've had a number of people try to get it down to like $2,500. But the guy I'm selling it for, he's like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
He doesn't need that money per se, and so for whatever reason, the principle of selling it for $3,000 is important to him. Fine.
It's principle. Yeah, you'd be better off selling it built with a cheap kit.
The principle is better than the principal in this case.
You could sell it with a cheap kit for $45.
Right. Well, so that's what's happened is I've had some people say, oh, well, I've seen full bikes used going for $3,500. Okay. That's where things I think are getting a little muddied in the used market. Okay. Yeah, you full bike going for $3,500 is not the same as a brand new frame.
How many years of riding on it though?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just not the same thing. So that's where I think the perception of what's a good deal and not a good deal. There's a lot of stuff out there. But the thing
prices
is,
are all over the place.
I've had people,
because some people are desperate.
One person in particular, I've had the thing posted for quite a while, and he contacted me way back at the beginning, and he keeps coming back to me. So two things are happening in this situation. One, I haven't sold the frame yet, right? However, he hasn't bought one either. So
It's like, maybe I'll
who's
do it,
right?
maybe I won't.
So it's close. Anyway, buying used bikes used stuff is definitely still in for 2025, but I think it's not as good of a buyer's market as it was in 24.
All right.
That's what I say. I think we're going to get back to a little bit more of a balanced
Well, when like
used market.
GT was blowing stuff out at 50% off, and when you could go buy a brand new bike for 50% off.
Right. And there's still some of that out there. Actually, when I was on Giant's website earlier, there's where'd it go? Yeah. Trans X Advance Pro 29 SE, $8,000 bike. They still have them and now it's selling for $4,500. Brand new bike. Good looking build. GX Access, Giant's wheels, X01 crank. This is a great bike. $4,500. So,
Yeah.
the new bike market is still affecting costs on the used bike market. So, anyhow,
But once those bikes start selling, those prices are going to go up.
final sale, no returns. Yeah, no shit.
Oh, dude.
No shit. All right. Moving on, going out of business, bankruptcy. $10,000 bikes. Are $10,000 bikes in or out?
Out for sure.
Yeah, out. Nobody.
$10,000 bikes were so 2000.
I love how some of the general population are just now learning that $10,000 bikes exist, and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, bike people?" What?
Like, you could buy a car for that. You could buy like a nice used car for that. 10 G's. Get you a couple-year-old Legacy.
You know what I respond to that? You can buy a shitty watch for 10 grand. Because you can also spend 100 grand on a watch without batting an eye. So you can buy a shitty $10,000 watch, or you could buy a really nice $10,000 bike. In like the spectrum of what's available, 10 grand on a bike is it's okay. Pushing the top end, we're at 15K normally now, right? Lots of stuff is up there in the 14, 15K range now. So, but that's it. Watches are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars for some of these fucking things. So, you spend how much on a bike? Just respond. You can spend scores more on.
I just don't even know what to say on that. The watch
Yeah,
market.
because I just won that argument.
The watch market is just. It's a whole nother.
It's a whole nother game.
It's a whole nother thing.
10K bikes, fucking out. Nobody can. Just stop.
$10,000.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
This one I'm excited about because I thought about it in my head first because I thought this is in, and then I had to try to confirm it, and I think I'm right. So in for 2025, I'm gonna call it sparkly root beer.
Dude,
Sparkly root beer it's in.
brown has never been a good color
Dude.
for bikes.
Pearlescent or glossy earth tones are in for 2025.
It's all earth tones.
So I have examples.
Let's see it.
All right. Let's go with one of the premieres. Santa Cruz. Theirs is actually called translucent root beer.
Ugh, I hate it.
All right. The photo can't do it justice. Here it looks pretty in the sun. It's got a lot of sparkle to it, but it's an earth tone. It's brown with sparkles in it. All right. That's in. Specialized has this copper speckle fucking thing, right? Copper. It's a metal. It's an earth tone. It's sparkly. Specialized is on board.
I could do copper.
Can't do that root beer. Dude,
But I can't do brown.
It's like shades of copper is brown. It's just like it's like a brown with a little more red in it. It's like a brown.
root beer.
It's like brown where you ate some beets. So
It's
like
not,
one beet.
That's so brown though.
All right. So Specialized is with it here on the copper. Specialized has more. All right. They got this little burnt gold. Okay, again, metallic, earth tone,
It's what the people
satiny
want, dude.
sparkle. We got colors. All right. Still happening.
So we're going
Specialized is still on it. Now we don't need to just stick with Specialized.
with
but they-
silvers and browns are hot. Silver, brown, charcoal
silver,
range.
brown. Well, yeah, but then we go to like Trek has got it on. Where'd it go? One of their
Do you think
slashes.
Do you think this is
Sorry.
like the
Lost
whole
it.
clay colored Tacoma vibe? There was like the brown
No,
clay.
because this isn't that. Because those were mostly flat colors. These ones have like sparkle in them. They've got some pearlescent, or they're just a high gloss in some variations. So I think we've departed from the like Tacoma gray, which actually was a
Clay.
byproduct of the COVID. What's the word?
Words.
When things weren't available during COVID times, gray was like the simplest color that companies could make. So that's why a lot of cars appeared in gray at that time. So, computer froze. We're gonna get that. So Giant has some kind of mud colored bike,
What is
which
that?
is interesting. It's mud. It looks like mud. Look. It looks like mud got thrown on sand.
It's all muddy.
Um,
Kind of like it though.
But again,
And I would
you can't get more
100%
earth tony than that, right?
I would 100% ride a Giant. I've ridden a couple different Giants.
They're great bikes, yeah.
And they
their
ride
suspension's
well.
great, yeah.
They feel good. They're jumpy.
Yep.
They're playful. They pedal well.
Yeah, they're great bikes. The problem is that some of them have looked bad.
Yes, the problem with Giant, okay, let's look at this one, is they still do this
Some
thing.
of them have looked bad.
They still do this thing where some of their bikes look like they could be in Walmart.
Right, like, yeah, this is,
Like this blue is their signature color blue, but it's like, it's Walmart blue.
it's so Walmart blue. Same with this one.
Look at, oh God, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Especially with the shiny
Like-
stickers.
Like Walmart might end up buying
Oh.
Specialized, but they really want Giant because like their branding just goes together like that already.
Dude, that screams Magna. like Walmart brand, the decal
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
It's just the shinily silver
Mm-hmm.
decals. They're big, giant.
Boom.
Giant decal on the down tube. Come on, giant. Like, we don't have to scream our bike name on the down tube. We just don't have to do it. No one cares.
All right.
Oh, what do we got here?
Giant's got another sparkly brown bike.
Not only is it root beer, but it is like an off-white blue.
Yeah, there's something else happening back there. I don't know what that is, but
Two-tone.
again, sparkly root beer. It's in for 2025. Sparkly root beer. It happens with the road bikes here. We got some road bikes with it.
Is that another brown road bike?
Yes, there's a brownish road
So
bike.
brown's in for 25.
Yeah. Brown on road bikes. Brown doesn't belong on road bikes. You heard it here first. Specialized, get your shit together. They got some Specialized throws in a random colorful bike.
Yeah, they've kind of done the red and yellow.
They're just like, oh yeah, here's a purple and pink. Like, fuck yeah, of course there should be a like, yes, give us more of that. But no, they're not gonna sell very many of that because
There's a muted earth tone
again,
vibes.
yes, earth tone. We
Earth
got some
tone.
metal and copper and aluminum. Yeah. Sparkly bronze era root beer is just earth tone. Okay, more earth tone vibes going on here with the S Works. What else? Oh, this is not sparkly earth tones, but this is another mud bike.
Oil slick.
Oh, I don't know. This is not oil. This is just mud. This is like, I don't know. This is like,
Okay,
this is preschool finger paint.
have you ever
Level
been to a
stuff right here.
beach when there's an oil spill? And you jump in,
Okay.
and you jump in,
I'm listening. You have
And
my attention.
you get the
so
oil
much.
all over you, and you get some sand, and you just rubbing it
I've
around.
never done it, but I'm feeling it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Especially if you're very pale and white.
Yeah.
If your base coat is very white, and you smear the beach oil all over you, this
the
is
petrol.
what you get.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's it right there.
I had a lot of stuff to just prove my point that
Oh, what's
it's more weird shit from Giant. I don't know when Giant. I think they just had too much stock, so they were like, let's just start painting frames in whatever.
yeah.
And so they had the mud one, which was pretty cool. This one I'm not in love with. The front and the back don't look like they come from the same universe, so it doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
It's like I don't
Like
know.
a whole bike in that front business, fucking get after it. Whatever
take a
this
close-up.
is, yeah. See this? Do the whole bike like that. That is hot. Whatever this other stuff is, that's like kind of like a oil. Again, we're smearing oil.
Yeah, it's
paints.
too anime.
And yeah,
It feels
good point.
just too anime.
Yeah,
Like
No. Big nope.
what are we gonna use? Cowboy Bebop bike here. What do we
No.
got here? We got some anime going.
Yeah.
Not
Not
into
happening.
it. Not into it.
So
What's next on the list?
what is next? Let me
Earth
let me
tones.
get
We
this
get
in.
through all the earth tones.
Yeah, it's more or less it. Lots of, I mean, Trek always has some. They got, obviously they're going to show up on the gravel bikes. The only other color, the only primary color that I think is popping back up for 25 is blue. Giants definitely got it, but because it's a signature color for them, but they're going in on it.
So
and
blue
Trek,
and brown.
Trek has quite a bit of blue in their offerings as well.
Blue and brown.
Yeah. Blue and brown. All right, what's next? So, colors. Sparkly root beer. It's in, but be aware that it will date you in 5 years.
Do you think it's blue and brown? Those are safe and dependable. People are looking for some safety and dependability. Whereas red's flashy and out of control.
Yeah, for sure. Like they're definitely trying to offer a color option to bros who are afraid of real color. And who
Not quite where I was going with that.
They're normally just gonna buy the black one. I just want a matte black one. Okay, fine. They're gonna have a matte black one in your bike. Duh. Okay, cool. You have a matte black bike.
But what about metalheads?
you're a
Metalheads
tough guy.
want matte black. I don't want logos. I just take a black bike, no logos. Give it to me. Give me the Black Sabbath
I
version.
mean, yeah. I mean, if that's how you have to define your masculinity, fine.
I know. I just don't want a bunch of shiny shit on my bike. I don't really care. I'm not a color person. I'm a white person.
You should just, buddy, we've talked about this. You need to experiment more.
Oh, got called out in the AI thumbnail. All I do is AI thumbnails.
Every time.
Every
I
time.
love it when you get called out on the AI thumbnail.
And I do it on purpose because it's hilarious. One, I can type in words and stuff comes up, and when I see some of the thumbnails come up, I just laugh so hard. And I'm like, that's our thumbnail. Like, it's ridiculous. It's supposed to be ridiculous. I love the AI thumbnails. And the other thing is like we could put our faces up there and be like, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Yeah, the old,
I could have
with a, don't do this for 2025.
Don't do it. Or we could have an attractive lady riding into the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about Michelle Obama's favorite books.
An old wooden ship called Diversity.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
where were we at? Sparkly root beer. It's in. Oh, we still haven't gotten to this. We'll get to it at some point, but we'll drop it in. Is it in or out for 2025? I say it's in because it's always in. The question is, shitting all over bike shop employees on social media.
I haven't experienced
It's
it because
always
I don't
in.
work.
It's always in.
Everyone does it. We're not.
Yes.
You're not a fan of it.
If
I'm
you
assuming.
if you want high engagement content on your social media platform, just put in a post that says something like, "Bike shop employees are so snobby," and then people will be like, "Yeah, I felt like that too. Me too. Yeah, I went into a bike shop and they had expensive bikes and I couldn't afford it, so I felt poor."
You don't have to buy the expensive bikes.
No.
I mean, I will say some shops you walk in and there's a $14,000 bike and you're like,
Yeah, it's just like,
I'm not buying a $14,000
that
bike.
shit's fucking stupid, but
Yeah, it's
I would
there.
like
It
I
exists.
would like to see the card that gets attached to.
But that's like the weird thing about bike shops is that it's like going to a Toyota dealership and there's a Ferrari in the lobby and you're like, okay. But like if people were at a car dealership and that happened, they would just walk past the Ferrari and say, I
But
need
it
a
wouldn't
Corolla.
happen because like we put everything into the same place in a bike shop. Right? The same person who needs like a tube fixed or replaced on their kid's bike that they got for free is going to go into the same place that sells the most expensive bike possible, generally speaking.
It's so weird.
Like, or the possibility of that happening is real. Or the possibility of that happening in the auto industry is like, or almost any other industry is almost zero. So we just put everything into the same house, and then, you know, because you have expensive stuff, you get to be shat on. So anyway, that show is in the someday I'm gonna unleash that episode and then have no friends ever again.
No
But,
friends.
Well, no, I'll still have friends, but I'll probably have a lot more enemies. Anyhow, shitting on bike shop employees simply because they exist in bike shops, yes, definitely in, never going out of style.
Yeah. No, it's definitely gonna happen. People say weird stuff on the internet. It's like there's no accountability. Like where people just
And I know there's a lot of the algorithms get you, but like it seems like every week some video pops up in something that I see that is like, bike shops are so elite. The problem with bike shops today is they're being troubled by their arrogant attitudes. It's a whole few episodes.
it's a whole couple. I mean, in some
The point of tonight is that activity go for it. You're still on board. You're still good. You're still going to get engagement with that content.
Yeah, it's such a mixed bag. Like, bike shops are so weird in some ways, and then people are so weird because they can hide behind the comment. And what's the point of like making a complaint? Like, if you have a complaint, just go complain to the person.
Nobody does that.
Nobody does it. Nobody, because they're scared.
Most they'll do is post a negative review on Google or somewhere else. And then
But
the bike shop owner will respond like with some sort of
25% off.
No.
your
They'll
next
be like,
tune-up.
they won't even do that. Some might. They'll be like, oh, I'm sorry that you experienced that way. That's definitely not what we strive for in our store. We really try to be. We're sorry that we let you down in this way, which is probably actually genuine. Okay, that's what they're gonna do, and then the person's just gonna not respond to the owner's response and then go off because they did their complaint.
Yeah, I think the big thing, one of the things that I've gotten a lot of complaints about is when you tell somebody that their bike is not worth fixing because it's from Walmart. When you work on stuff that's so cheap, you can't guarantee work. When I can't guarantee work, that's a liability. So,
Right.
and people think that you're being a jerk, but the thing is I turn tune-ups away that I can't guarantee my work, because if you get hurt or something happens,
Yep.
you have to say, I cannot work on this. And some shops deal with that by only working on the brands that they carry. I think that's a pretty smart idea, but it does limit you on
Right.
what you can do. But yeah, like, dude, I mean, devil's advocate is also that bike shop employees sometimes don't have the best bedside manner or soft skills and can be a little
Abrasive.
abrasive.
Yep.
I had,
It's all true.
I had a coworker that had it's not funny at all, but he had a traumatic brain injury.
Okay.
And he had no filter. After the injury he had, he would, if somebody came in, he would just be like, whoa, just lay it out. And we had many times just go in and be like, hey, let's just take a step back. But he would just be like, no, you can't do that. That's stupid. Or no, you can't do that. Yeah, that was a whole period. That was a couple months of working at a shop. But yeah, that was a rough one. Almost saw a couple fights with that.
And fair point, most bike shop employees have probably experienced some brain injury one way or another.
Yeah.
So give us a little break. Anyhow,
Next thing.
truth is, yeah, you can shit on bike shop employees and still be in the inn. No one's going to tell you not to.
Is anybody doing a YouTube, or not a YouTube, but shorts about customers?
No, because you can't shit on the customer. Customers are right.
I think I will have to say the
Jeez.
bike farmer.
I'm making so many enemies already. I haven't even done the episode yet, but
The bike farmer does a pretty good job of calling people out about stuff. I'm not the hugest fan, but he's
he's as
pretty-
close as it gets. Yeah, fair
pretty
enough.
good.
All right, Bright Blue we covered already.
Bright Blue's in.
Bike company websites that are impossible to navigate.
Example, riddle me this.
Fucking all of them.
Like,
Okay, am I just old, or are websites not like easy to use anymore?
you might be getting old.
Because like I go to like Trek, Specialized Giant, and I did this earlier to research for our show, as I do aggressively.
Yeah.
And I to find the actual bikes that I want to look at, it's not easy. There's this ad, then you got to scroll, and then there's like a look at the bikes, and then they're like, maybe look at these bikes too. And I just want to look at like all of them. Eventually you can get there. I did for some of them, but it's not easy. The websites don't just like, you can't just go like, boom, mountain bikes, trail bikes, you got to filter and this, and then it brings you an ad, and there's a video playing, and some guy like skidding a bike,
You got
because that's cool, because that's what makes a bike
influence.
shreddy, shroupy, and that's what makes you want to buy it. Anyway, yeah, websites suck. We're going to move on. Mud paint we talked about. It's in because apparently I didn't know it was in, but it's in.
Mud
if
paint.
you can buy a bike that has a mud paint job, fucking buy it.
It'll go well with
Do
your
not
clay Tacoma.
Do not question
Dude.
the purchase. Buy the bike. Mud paint job. You're in. Just do it. That shit will never go out of style. All right, moving on. Short cranks. Are we still on the short crank trend?
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's going to be short. And
How
there's
short are we going this year, buddy?
165.
No, we're going way shorter than that.
I'm not going shorter.
There's companies selling 130s.
Okay. That's great for them. I'm doing 165 and I like it.
Well, I'm at 160.
It doesn't do...
But I have short
Yeah.
legs. I have like a 29-inch inseam.
Like, why do I need tiny little cranks? You're going to spin faster. You'll be like, me.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll spin faster.
I mean, shorter cranks are awesome. Like 160, 165 range. But at some point, like, it's got to make a difference leverage-wise.
It does. I have seen some research that says that the offset between the leverage and cadence is negligible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably be better for your body alignment, so you're not doing a 100,000 squats with your legs far apart in the same position all the time. You get them a little bit closer, you're gonna be a little more.
Yeah, I was on 160s last year for the first time. No, 165s. And I had been on 175s before because I was on the leverage train. I was like, oh, I want the leverage. And so last year, my Ransom had 175s. My Status had 165s.
Yeah, those are.
And I really enjoyed riding the Status. So I'm
Yeah,
going
175 is long.
I'm going 160s on both of them this year with my new 5 devs. Did you see them? They're on there. Look at the
Yeah.
purple crank.
Oh, purple crank.
Purple derp.
You got the purple crank.
Both bikes are getting purple cranks this year, which is probably the best news I've got. We're almost done. Short
Two.
cranks, yeah. Carbon wheels, carbon bike parts. Fine. Who cares? Fucking if you have it, fine. If they break, fine. I don't care. Do you care?
What was the question?
Carbon bike parts.
No, I mean, man, there's a lot of cheap carbon
Sure.
stuff
Yeah.
floating around. So I would not buy anything used carbon.
Yeah, don't buy used carbon. New carbon with a warranty. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Because a lot of old stuff is coming around on the marketplace. A lot of used old carbon stuff is surfacing. And that is rough. Like I saw a Trek 5200, like a 20-year-old carbon frame and fork for sale on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust it.
But remember, that was the first carbon fiber that had a lifetime warranty attached to it. Now, to the original owner, sure, but still
I'd go
interesting.
do some drops and get that cash that in
Cash
for
that in.
Matone.
Well, carbon, it's not going away. Even if it's out, it's in.
Well, I heard that they're even doing some new nanocarbon technology to make carbon more carbony.
I mean, if we needed to solve any of the deficiencies of carbon, it's more carbon.
Yeah, actually, the graphene.
Yes, the graphene part of the
Graphene.
carbon is important.
Yeah.
Short cranks, carbon wheels, buying used. We talked about that's in. All right. Short form video influencers. Are they in or out? That's TikTok Reels and
It's going to keep going.
YouTube.
And they're going to get worse. It's going to get worse, guys. There's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of people pandering to their audiences. Doing slapstick humor to try to squeeze any little bit of
Meaning out of life.
meaning out of life. That's a good way of putting it. To grow their following. That's going to keep going.
Anybody who can make a proper living doing that, yes. Go for it. Or if you can just make a bunch of money and put all that into a fucking Fidelity account for the next 5 years, do that.
That's the lie of social media.
Because this isn't going to give you a career.
Actually,
Maybe I might be wrong. I'm old-ish.
the weird thing
Like
is that
internet old?
you don't make a lot of money off of being on the platform. You make money off of deals you do from your visibility. And people go into it thinking they're going to make money off of like the platform paying them, but you get like TikTok is the worst. It's like pennies per 1,000 views. That's how they pay. It is, dude, people are working their ass off for pennies to just pump out content. And I think there's a big lie that people are making a living. Yeah, there are, but that's like 1%, and everyone's at the bottom. And the companies have
We're all at the bottom.
they figured out a way to essentially have other people make their content, fill
Right.
it, and all they have to do is be the middleman to build the algorithm and feed it out. And there's going to be a bunch of people at the bottom fighting for that. So it's going to keep happening, but is it sustainable? No.
Is that what bicycle therapy is doing?
No, I don't think so. No, we're just a live show. We talk.
We really, really just want to hang out with our friends.
Yeah, it's a new
Either
medium.
here or here. Like, you guys can come. If you're in Denver, you can come here
Yeah.
on Tuesday nights. Hang out.
Yeah.
Drink whiskey and
Curtis Cole was supposed to be here tonight.
shit. I mean, Ivy, my daughter came in and was part of the show for a couple
Yeah.
minutes tonight. Anybody can be here.
Was who crashed the show a couple months ago?
Oh, Rich.
Yeah, Rich
Yeah.
came by.
Yeah. Big Dog Bauk. Yeah. He came and took over for a few minutes, and it was fucking great. Anyone can be here.
Anyone, come on down.
Yeah, bicycle therapy doesn't want to make its existence off of short form video bullshit. We just want to hang out with our friends
Yeah, and it's
and get more friends. Be our friends, please.
yeah. I think the thing is like following certain trends. Like everyone jumps on trends.
Yeah,
to the point
the
of,
whole
like-
the whole industry is trend driven.
Yeah.
What's hot right now?
And when you lose yourself in the music the moment you want it, you better never let it go. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Yeah. When are you just chasing it? Make something original. I don't know. Just talk on the internet for an hour and get comfortable with it.
Yeah, hang on.
Wear a gnome shirt. Step up. But it's gonna keep going.
Short form video
2025.
influencers they're in, fine, whatever. TikTok is out. It might be in. I don't care. Whatever. We're gonna skip that one. Mountain bikes, coil shocks. Are they in or out for 2025?
Oh, they're always
They're
always
going
gonna
out.
Stick.
They're on the way out because everybody's saying that the newest generations of air shocks are better. So coil shocks are meh, but on the way out. That's what I say.
You're gonna hang on.
They've had their day. Direct to consumer, fucking in, no question.
Dude, they've designed the boxes that they ship these bikes so good that bike shops just can't compete. The
right.
boxes.
Last question of the night. Trad bike shops, are they in or out?
What?
Dude, I told you what trads are.
I don't even know how to answer what that is.
Okay.
I feel like I'm out of my element on this one, Donnie.
Trads are aging millennials who prefer traditional Catholic liturgy. Guys, we get real specific right here. Anyway, that aside, trad just is it's a cool way of saying traditional.
Oh,
right.
okay. Traditional bike shops.
Traditional bike shops, in or out?
It's gonna be thinning out of the middle class.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, all the medium-sized bike shops are just gonna get kya, 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 kya. Big shops who can buy volume are gonna just crush it. Medium shops are gonna get killed. Smaller shops with a smaller footprint, low overhead.
That's where the ticket is, the low overhead.
Yeah.
Trust
Who provide great service.
Nobody knows better than I do. The best.
That was a plug.
The best.
Most
service.
premium service in all of internet.
The most premium service. No. This is true.
Dude, people
Facts.
still want to go to places and talk to people and fix stuff.
Right. Facts. Find a shop with what looks like the lowest possible overhead you could imagine, and they're going to be your place. All right? Obviously, I'm biased in this regard.
So biased.
But Arbones and Totem is another great example. All right? He swapped over his place. He went to a cheaper, different, like more kind of exclusive looking place, but like that's a place where you're gonna get top-notch service, great attention, and feel like you're worth a damn. That's what you're gonna
Yeah.
do.
Just like you want to be able to go to a place and talk to
So
somebody.
if you
And-
if you walk into a place that's in a fucking strip mall, you know where that place place is spending their money? On that space. They're not spending their money on anything that has to do with you, other than making sure you have a good parking spot when you arrive.
and a premium parking lot.
Yes.
Like, you're going to be able to park.
Yeah.
You got that covered.
That's what you'll have is parking.
Premium.
Beyond that, who
knows?
fucking cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be able to pull in with your F-250 Duramax Super Snorer, and I don't know.
Or Tesla Cybertruck. Man, I need to catch up on sleep. It is
you
sleep
guys-
time.
All right, let's. That's what's in, what's out. Check with us in a year. See if we were right. We definitely were right because we're fucking always right.
Yeah, we're pretty much spot on. We're part-time amateur economists when we're not doing the show, so we know a lot.
And we run some really well-known high-end bicycle companies. So
Yeah, I've installed an inner tube on a bike once. So with that, I'm going to say
peace out. Thanks for hanging with us. Have a good night.
sayonara.
Stay in. Stay out.
Arigato. Dude, that is a sick